In some WWE news, apparently Shane McMahon is out of WWE, released from WWE. Apparently, he has no title except just like a on-air talent. And he's apparently released, fired by his own pops, Vince McMahon, if you want to believe that. I don't know if I believe that per se. Much of the hoopla and the heat, quote unquote, on Shane McMahon was the fact of how he booked himself at the Royal Rumble, which was basically where he came in, kind of knocked around Kevin Owens, took care of Kevin Owens, which I thought they would be maybe setting up to a Kevin Owens, Shane McMahon type of scenario again. Just out punched Riddle. You wonder who was the regular wrestler, the full-time wrestler, and who was the part-timer, and who was the former UFC star. Made Riddle look like a schmuck, did Shane McMahon. And he was one of the last men in there. And he only got eliminated and the only reason he got eliminated was because of Brock Lesnar. So, apparently people backstage were down on this. The morale was down, and, Shane McMahon is gonzo, outso. Listen, am I defending WWE? I don't want it to sound that way. Or am I defending Shane McMahon? I don't want it to say. Do I believe that he was actually let go? I don't believe that he was let go. I think this is all part of a setup for WrestleMania. I'm sure someone will address this after Elimination Chamber. Get back to Shane McMahon, whether it be Seth Rollins, whether it be Kevin Owens, someone. And they will talk about the Royal Rumble. And they will all deviate back to the Royal Rumble. How they lost their chance in the Royal Rumble to get a title shot, which all of them did. They were one of the last contenders in Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens. And they're going to go back to it to blame Shane McMahon. And Shane McMahon has, quote unquote, been let go because of the way he was acting at Royal Rumble. Well, I think that's where we're going towards. I still would think we're going to have Shane McMahon in the Royal Rumble. At a WrestleMania match. And this was all part of the work or the setup, the build to the story. Like I said before, even if Shane McMahon would have won it, which I seriously doubt he would have. But then again, he won the Best in the World, which is a little bit different. Again, these type of guys, Shane McMahon and, all these quote-unquote part-timers, these guys that only have a match during WrestleMania, well, Shane McMahon still gets a reaction. Still does. And he gets people to stay in the scene and watch him perform. So I think this is all nonsense. This is all just to set up a storyline for WrestleMania. Whether it be Kevin Owens or Seth Rollins. This is all part of the story. And if I'm wrong, well then completely forget everything I said in this video. I hope all is well.